landscapers, stop taking so much time quoting clients, doing all this paperwork and stuff that you don't need to do. Head over to aimeesbusinessshow.com/project quoting to get a 14-day free trial to try out our quoting services. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana, and today I'm here with Aimee Dion from Seacoast Popup. Welcome to the show, Aimee.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm pronouncing it, but it's actually a little bit of hesitation. I'm like, make sure I don't say this wrong.
That's okay.
Cool. So let's get a little history on you.
Sure.
You have a very interesting, background as far as business goes. So where did it all begin?
So my major was psychology, and I had planned on being a social worker, oddly enough. And I think I'd always pictured myself as a business owner, though. Even going into social work, I had kind of pictured having my own office someday, and obviously further down the road, of course. But my first year out of school, I did a year of service work with New Hampshire Reads AmeriCorps, which I don't think the New Hampshire Reads portion exists anymore, but I worked with kids. That was awesome. And then I went into sales from there.
Okay.
We were living in Manchester at the time, my now husband and I, and just couldn't really find anything in social work that was going to pay the bills and my student loans and whatnot. So we ended up working in sales in Merrimack, and that was really interesting. It was definitely a different field, obviously, than social work. But what I found from that year of volunteering with the program that I did, there was kind of some sales involved with that too. Yeah. Like I had this assigned community, and I had to do a lot of outreach. So I was reading with kids, but I was also telling people what I did and letting them know about events that I was holding. And so there was kind of some sales there. And I guess maybe that's what made me feel okay about going into sales. So I sold computers for a couple of years. We ended up on the Seacoast, and then we decided to do our own thing. And my husband had always painted as a side job through college and with his dad when he was younger. And so we decided to start a painting contracting business. This was right after we were married and left our jobs. We just bought a condo, so it was quite a risk. We had a mortgage and whatnot to leave the steady income. But we did it, and we're still doing it 16 years later. And yeah, and along the way, I decided to get involved with selling a clothing line. And now that's what I'm doing. That's more my focus. So I still help out with the painting business as well. And obviously, I'm not out there painting like I used to with my husband, but now selling clothes is my thing.
Yeah. No, we'll leave him to do the painting.
Yeah,
and the hard
yeah. I sometimes help still, but that's what my 14-year-old is also for.
Yeah. Oh, the joys of children.
Oh, yes. Well, he loves it because he can earn money to buy things that he needs and save up for a car. So sometimes he comes to work with me, too.
That's pretty cool. Well, he's lucky you guys pay him. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, Lisa, you have a pretty good history there of just a bunch of different businesses.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the clothing brand, because I know that's what you originally had reached out to me on. And
yes.
So you guys go with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I was doing a work-at-home job, totally unrelated to selling clothes or painting business or anything. And a friend had invited me to a clothes party, which I had never heard of before. Like, you get invited to Tupperware parties and makeup parties and whatnot. And this was a couple of years ago. So I got really interested, like, what's this all about? And started looking online, and I can't buy this, like through a website. I can only buy it through a retailer, a LuLaRoe business retailer. So I started joining all these groups and looking at all these clothes and just kind of becoming really interested. I've always liked clothes shopping. I mean, clothes shopping and food are two of my favorite things to talk about. So yeah, I got a little obsessed, I guess, with like looking at all these patterns, and then knowing that patterns with this company, they change all the time. So it's not like going onto a website and like seeing something and then a few weeks later it's still there and you can go and get it. Like these patterns are coming and going all the time and changing, and
Yeah.
so it was really fun. And anyway, I was out for a walk and with my family and talking to my husband. I'm kind of laughing. I was like, oh, this morning I was looking at leggings and gosh, there's these Bigfoot leggings people are going crazy over. And we were both laughing about it. He's like, oh, Bigfoot leggings? I said, yeah, And we just talked about how popular it was and that I couldn't stop like looking at this stuff and wanting to try it. And he said, sounds like a good business opportunity. And I was really happy to hear him say that because there was a part of me that was thinking that too, but it's also a big risk.
Yeah.
So from there, when we got back from that walk, I immediately got on my computer and reached out to somebody in the area that I knew was doing it and I could kind of learn from, and the rest is history.
That's pretty cool. So the designs, you said they change quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So like what type of stuff do they typically offer?
So they're most well known for their leggings, but the company actually started with the owner making skirts and selling them at home parties. Leggings kind of came out a couple years later, and they've changed their design within the last few years, so they're way more comfortable now than they even were back then. And the company really was, I think, got really popular for their leggings and the crazy prints, even though there's other things too. So there's leggings, there's shirts, there's skirts, and there's dresses, and then there's kids stuff too. Kids dresses, kids skirts, kids leggings, and then there's some men's items as well, some shirts. And one style of shirt that I carry is actually kind of a gender neutral, so like my husband can wear it and my son can wear it, depending on the colors and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I sell is a little bit of everything. I have leggings, but that's not all I have. What I'm wearing is one of the new styles that they just came out with. So they're coming out with new styles now too. So on top of the new prints and patterns, there's new styles that are getting released constantly. So it's just like what's going to happen next, what's going to come out next. It's so fun.
That's pretty cool.
I love it.
I like that. I can't picture too many men I can't even talk. Too many men wearing leggings. Is that kind of common?
Yeah.
Or is that...
No, men. Well, there's been a lot of like joke posts and memes about, they call them meggings and whatnot. And so there's no official men's leggings. If men want to wear leggings, it's absolutely fine. I mean, in fact, they make a really good like layering piece and for a cold day. You can wear them as jammies if you don't want to wear them in public. But yeah, no, they don't. LuLaRoe doesn't make leggings specifically for men, but men can wear them.
Okay. I guess as long as they're big enough, they can be worn, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they come in a couple of different sizes. So.
Yeah. That's really cool. So they're branching out from their leggings, as you were saying. There's some other things they come out with too, right?
Yeah, and they've always had more than just leggings, but the leggings
seem to be popular.
Yeah. When I first found out about it 2 years ago, that's what kind of drew me in. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's all this other stuff too. So.
Any jewelry or just clothing?
Nope, just clothing.
Okay, cool.
Just clothing.
That's pretty cool.
And actually, speaking of men wearing leggings, we watch this show every now and then on I forget what channel it is, called Pickers.
Yeah.
And the two guys that are on it, they're both one of them's really into this Indian motorcycles from like the early 1900s. Okay. So there was a pattern that came out this past Christmas with Santa on what I thought was a bicycle at the time. And then I got looking at it and like, actually, no, it's a really old motorcycle. And my husband's like, yeah, it looks like an Indian motorcycle. So I actually sent them a pair of the leggings with a note saying, hey, looks like Santa's riding an Indian motorcycle and thought you might like these. And I don't know if they'll wear them or not, or maybe they'll give them to the girl that works in the office instead. But either way, that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Be like, oh, look, yes, one of our fans sent us leggings.
Santa on a motorcycle.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, man. So, okay. I don't even know where to go with that one. But that's too funny. So, Seacoast Popup, because we were talking about LuLaRoe. But it's different than your website and kind of some of the other things you do. So
Yeah, so my website is Seacoast Popup. And you can go on there and you can see pictures of my fashion truck, which is something I just started doing since last summer. So I now sell clothes from a, like a food truck, but a fashion truck.
very cool.
It's basically, it's an RV that we converted into a boutique on wheels. So people that aren't on Facebook or social media can see everything there. I shouldn't say everything. They can see pictures of my fashion boutique. They can see like some snapshots of my inventory and a few different outfits that I have, and just learn more about my business, and can also reach out to me that way. And then through social media, you can find me at LuLaRoe Aimee D.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, because I've seen some of your posts online, I've actually seen you like literally it's like a wall of clothing and just going through things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that a pretty common way of showing you new styles and stuff off?
Yeah. There's different ways to do it. There's live videos where you can pull things off of your racks and show it. You could sell it that way, or you can just show it to people. Say, hey, this is what I have. I'm having an open house today. If you come by, this is something you can get. Or I also take pictures of my inventory. Sometimes I'll do the things hanging, and sometimes I'll do what they're called just flat lays. So like a white background, take the clothing, put it down, position it a certain way, and maybe accessorize with some jewelry or some shoes or things of my own personal that I have lying around, and to give people an idea of what it would look like as an outfit or what it would look like on. So there's different ways of displaying it. But yeah, the pictures that you're probably seeing a lot of are the ones of me in the boutique with the inventory around me, so you can get an idea of like what it looks like inside the fashion truck, and also what it looks like how much clothing I actually have in there, which is it's a good amount.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fashion truck real quick.
Yeah.
Do you have like a route, or is it just kind of as you need to drive it? Like, how do you typically operate out of this thing?
Yeah. No, I definitely don't have a route, or I don't stop randomly, because that just wouldn't work. And then there's also like different types of permits that would take, with different towns. You have to go through the state. Like if I wanted to park any place, I would, like on a public parking spot, I would need to get a permit through the state, and then I would need to get a permit through each individual town, which I certainly could do if I had like an idea of where I wanted to park and maybe a certain time of year. But what I find better is to schedule actual events or have somebody host me. So what I've been doing is either having home parties in somebody's driveway with it, or I have other businesses host me in front of their business or nearby, and then we run it either as a fundraiser for a charity of their choosing, or they can choose to run it like a regular pop-up party in which they get hostess rewards based on the sales. Mm-hmm. So that's how I do it. Trying to think. I think that one of the first I did try, parking somewhere with very short notice with the business owner's permission, and I think the short notice doesn't necessarily work. So usually having it planned out a week or two in advance, being able to post it as an event on social media and get people to see it, works pretty well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that's not to say that I won't look into maybe just parking somewhere and seeing how that goes too for a couple of hours during the summer or whatnot.
I don't know. I was just laughing at the thought of like pulling up in front of a bar.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone's like walking out of the bar and boop, fashion truck and
right.
Here's your leggings.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, that might work. I don't know if people would be in the right frame of mind to be shopping though. If they're,
I think it's the perfect frame of mind.
Maybe
to buy leggings.
Right. That could be. It might be something to look into.
Yeah. Like head over to Murphy's and just be like, "What's up? Here's like shamrock leggings," or something.
Oh my
funny.
gosh, shamrock leggings! I don't have shamrock leggings. I wish I had shamrock leggings. Like people asking for them, but yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, leggings based on season and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Like covered in like beer and like beer steins and stuff. Just funny little ideas.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, those would go like hotcakes, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's too funny. So after you actually said pop up, the name of your website actually made sense to me all of a sudden.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking about it as like a mobile, like you just show up and, well, here we go.
Right.
Yeah. That's too funny.
Yep, like a pop-up shop.
Yeah, which great branding. That's like, just the whole idea. Like, because I was talking with another guest about differentiating yourself from other people.
Yeah.
And just, I'm sure there's other LuLaRoe agents around, but just having that ability to like, yeah, we have a mobile truck that we can go do some pretty cool stuff with.
Right.
You know, that's just, it sets you apart on like a completely different scale, and I think that's
definitely
like super smart on your part.
Thanks.
So,
Thanks. I'm glad we went for it.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like about a year ago we started talking about it too, and gosh, once we started talking, it was the same thing when I started talking about doing the business. It's like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I can't stop thinking about it, and I've got to go research, looking at all these RVs online and what's too big, what's too small, what's going to work, what's not, all that. And then buying it and gutting it out was a whole other.
Yeah.
Luckily, we, in between the other stuff, we've not flipped a lot, but we flipped a couple of houses when my older one was really little. And we've also just every house we've lived in has been like a complete fixer-upper. So this was like a mini fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Still a lot of work, but
yeah,
not horrible, considering what we've dealt with in the past.
Yeah. So I run into this a lot where I see a lot of entrepreneurs come in. What's it like running a business with your partner? Because that's probably complicated in its own
No,
right.
Not at all. Well, I mean, we did the painting business together, and I mean, we still do. Obviously, that's more my husband's thing because that was his specialty, and he showed me how to actually physically do it.
Yeah.
But he's like the main guy, obviously. He's who people want. They think my husband's name when they think of a painter. And, I'm there too with the sidelines doing marketing and, reaching out to customers or whatnot, but he's the main guy. So we were already used to working together, partners there. And then with this, he's my biggest supporter. Yeah. So that's huge. That's really, really huge because honestly, I can't imagine doing this without him. You have your ups and you have your downs, and he's definitely always there to encourage during the downs. And, if he's having an off day too, I'm there to lift him up. So it's just what we do.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of being a partner with your husband and, I've nothing bad to say.
It's good. That's really good. I've seen that not happen quite as well in other cases.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
It's good.
Different personalities, different types of businesses too. Yeah.
That's too funny. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to do a quick word from our sponsors, and then we will be right back. So hold tight. For the listeners of the New Hampshire Business Show, Audible is offering a free 30-day free trial to Audible. So this will give you an opportunity to check out the service and check out all those books that, you want to read on the trip or on a ride or, instead of just sitting down and reading them. So things you could check out, all of Gary Vaynerchuk's books are fantastic. 10X Rule from Grant Cardone. What is he got? The One Thing. There's so many books to choose from that are on there that I have on my phone that they would make fantastic reading choices for you guys. So check it out at inchbusinessshow.com/audible and get your free trial started today. What are the most popular, clothing lines that come out? Patterns. I just talk patterns because we were talking shamrocks earlier. And stuff like that. So what tends to be popular, or more so than others?
I find that it changes like all the time.
Yeah.
So when they come out with a new pattern, it's really customer driven what's going to be popular. So sometimes the patterns that you think, oh my gosh, wow, that's really out there. Like the Bigfoot leggings, which I actually own a pair because, the symbolism of it all. People love, sometimes the craziest things or the wackiest things, that's what everybody wants. And then other times people want subdued things. So it depends on the market. It depends on your own customer base too. So, I mean, there's thousands of customers out there who love LuLaRoe, and then there's there's my core group, and so I have a pretty good feel for what they like and what they want.
Yeah.
So it's always changing, I guess, is the short answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's solid, sometimes it's prints.
Yeah. That's interesting. Because fashion changes so much anyway that, man, I can only imagine trying to keep up with all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. When I first started this venture, I remember I would get in my orders from the warehouse, and I was always hoping for the prints, that the print, especially the prints that everybody wanted, and I would get, maybe half prints and half solids, and I'd be kind of bummed, like, oh, more black leggings, darn, and well, there was like a black leggings shortage not that long ago, and of course everybody wanted black leggings, and it became the opposite, There wasn't enough. So it's interesting how things can turn around. One day you feel inundated with a certain style or color, and then 6 months later, that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
And then the demand increases, and you have less of it. And then that increases demand more.
Yeah.
It's definitely a really interesting business, for sure. Definitely. It's different than a service-based business or anything else I've done.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Because that's another, I guess, a good question of all the different types of businesses. Because LuLaRoe is it more network marketing?
It is. So it's direct sales. You can only buy it through a LuLaRoe business owner or retailer. You can't get it. There's no website to order from.
Yeah.
And to sell their brand, you sign up directly through them.
Yeah.
It's not sold in storefronts either, so you wouldn't find it like at a brick and mortar store or in a boutique or whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting business model, and it's one that's worked really well.
Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah. So, I had a question for me there that I forgot. I always do. The best part about hosting interviews is I don't really pre-plan anything. So I just talk as it comes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just completely forget what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, that's on the drive here. I figured, well, I'm probably just going to go off the cuff here and not going to overthink it too much, too. So
it's way more fun.
It is more fun. Yeah.
Everyone's like, what questions do you have? And I'm like, oh, I'll figure out eventually.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the best way to go.
Yeah, because it's so entertaining. It's way entertaining.
Definitely. I could tell you enjoy talking to people, and
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to people, so.
Yeah, it's the best part of my job is to sit here and talk to people all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So let's see. So how do people get a hold of you? I know we got the pop-up truck, but they're probably not going to see you just rolling around in town.
They might, yeah. Yeah. I usually get some looks when I'm driving by because it's this big converted RV. It's painted white and it has my logo on it, and it has the LuLaRoe logo. I call the fashion truck Row to Go, and so I had a friend create a logo that says Row to Go.
Yeah.
And it's really cute, and so that's on the side of it too. So sometimes people say, "Oh, I saw you," and we were also in the holiday parade for downtown Dover.
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
Yeah, as my husband was driving it, and I was out as a crowd walker handing out candy with my kids, and then my son's friend also. So we were just, it was really fun. It was really, really fun to just be part of the community event, and it's great recognition too for everybody to see the fashion truck. And I enjoyed handing out the candy. Couldn't hand it out fast enough though. I was like, oh my gosh, next year, gonna get more candy. Get more candy and be faster.
More candy, you get like one of those T-shirt guns that like fire T-shirts and just blast candy all over the place.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I think that's not allowed though, because I think that was in the rules. Idea. Yeah. Well, originally I was thinking, boy, it'd be fun to like throw leggings out. I'm like, well, first of all, that could get a little expensive, and then people might not want leggings being thrown at them. So, but candy, everybody likes candy, and kids are there for candy. I mean, you're gonna hand a kid a pair of leggings, they'd be like, what's this all about?
I'll grow into these in like 50 years.
Yeah.
Or like 10 years I'll fit into them.
Right.
Like, they're for adults.
Here you go, Mom. I don't know. So, what were we talking? Oh my gosh.
I don't know, the parade and all this.
The parade, the fashion truck, seeing me down the road. Yeah, oh yeah, people. So getting a hold of me. Yeah, getting a hold of me. I use the hashtag Row2Go on Instagram and on social media, and my Facebook page is LuLaRoe. If just like if you type in hashtag LuLaRoe Aimee D, you'll see like my Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, and it's pretty easy to get connected.
That's pretty cool. I love how easy like marketing is for small businesses now, because they have all this technology that's like you said. I use the hashtag NH Business Show, so if you look that up, you're gonna find a bunch of stuff from me randomly, and probably not from anyone else.
Right.
So it's really it's useful. I like that.
Definitely is. It definitely is. Yeah. I mean, we live in a great day and age where it's so much more business friendly, I guess you could say. I still cold call sometimes. Sometimes I'll call businesses. I've been actually calling vineyards to try to set up events with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, social media is great. It's a great way to reach out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the good old fashioned cold calling or direct mail. Sometimes I'll send letters to local businesses too, saying, "Hey, would you like to run a fundraiser with me? I park, you advertise it, and then I donate a portion of the sales towards a charity." And so fundraising is a big portion of what I do too.
Yeah, that's really cool, because I was just talking to someone about fundraising earlier. So you're making me think of all these cool ideas.
Yeah, good.
And I like that, because again, marketing it's so easy nowadays with like everything we have online. But then, like you said, you can also go to the town parade and do something old school.
Yeah, and it's so fun, and it got my whole family involved, and it made me feel more connected to my community. I just had the biggest smile on my face the rest of the day. I was like, that was so fun.
Yeah.
It was stressful when I was trying to catch up to everybody with the candy and running after the fashion truck like, wait, I'm still handing out candy. But it was so awesome. And that's what I've loved about having this business is just just being more part, like, not that we weren't part of the community before, but obviously now I'm out and about more.
Yeah.
And I'm meeting more people. I'm meeting more women. I'm meeting more moms. I'm meeting other business owners. It's so fulfilling on every level. So it's more than selling clothes, because obviously, with me planning to go into social work, I had to find something for something to be fulfilling to me. It has to be more than just I'm selling clothes.
Yeah.
For me, it's about developing relationships with people and meeting new people like you and doing things that scare me like this, and trying new things, and also just feeling like I'm, maybe helping and making a difference, whether it's because I'm able to donate money towards the cause, or maybe I've helped lift somebody up by selling them a piece of clothing that makes them feel really good about themselves.
Yeah.
So it's definitely more than selling clothes.
That is awesome. So we're gonna wrap up pretty close to about the amount of time I usually spend with a client. So we already got to get a hold of you. So I guess thank you so much for coming on the show, and
thanks for having me.
Fun, and I like getting different types of businesses on every once in a while. The first clothing person I've had, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome, great. Well, I've actually reached out to somebody else in the clothing industry and
that'd be cool.
Suggested that she reach out to you.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not a very fashionable gentleman, and especially don't wear leggings, but I'm sure we could make it work.
Her business is completely different from what I do, so I'm sure you have plenty to talk about. I'm sure she could. Yeah, she could fill you in better than I could. Yeah, but definitely, I would recommend this to any business owners that I know. It's just really fun.
Thanks. Also, so thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna get a word from our sponsors and then we'll be heading out. So everyone have a great day. If you're looking for more business, join Gold Star Referral Clubs. We're currently accepting applications for almost every industry, including real estate, mortgages, insurance, you name it. So reach out to nhbusinessshow.com/goldstar.